Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Before starting my video, if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please do, and do not forget to turn on notifications because I'm here every week for you. Alright, let's continue with dynamic authorize attribute and its filter. Let's create a class, a folder. Where's my folders? Add new folder. Let's say dynamic out, add class, dynamic authorization. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna give the dynamic authorization attribute. This must be the name. Let's add type filter attribute. Let's add constructor. Just delete it. Type of dynamic authorization attribute. Let's put brackets. Perfect. Now I'm going to create a filter. Where's my class? Okay. Dynamic authorization filter, and I'm gonna add I authorization filter. Perfect. Let's implement the interface. Let me check, should I add anything? First of all, I need my domain service. Private read only I domain service. Unit constructor. Perfect. Alright. First of all, let me tell you what I'm trying to make it. First of all, my application, how can I say, once it came to authorization, actually on authorization section, I'm going to get the current name of controller. Once we get it, we're going to add a couple of logic. If this controller, actually, just imagine, we add an attribute to a controller, okay? So when it comes to authorization, I'm going to get the name of controller of that authorization section, okay? Once I get the controller name, I'm going to go to database. I'm going to get the permissions for the controller. Then I'm going to make a check, authenticate user roles and controller permissions. I'm going to check between these two data. If it's match, the user able to log in. If it's not, user can't log in. Okay, why I'm doing this? I'm able to change the permission of control from running time, runtime. Okay, let's start to find our controller name. Var controller name is context dot root data values. Okay, root data, we're going to get our data from our root data. As I promised, I'm trying to show as much as information what I showed you, what I've taught you in my previous ASP.NET Core Basics and C# Fundamentals playlist, guys. If you're struggling what I'm doing in these sections, you can go back my videos and you can learn what you need, and you come back this video, you can push your limits for furthers. Okay, to string Perfect. We get our controller names in a string type. Let's get controller domains. From our DB. Actually, I have controller name, so I need to create a new method to bring all controllers by controller name. Actually, all domains by controller name. So let's go back our services and we can see we can add our new method. Okay, let's services, domain service, public. The return value, let me think, is going to be list, domain list remodel, get, is a get all, what should I say, get all domains by controller name, string controller name. Now let's add this logic. Var domain list get all items where controller name dot, oops, my, sorry guys, name must be equal, um, must be equal controller name basically, right? Controller name. It must be okay, I think. And let's make a list and the return value is domain list. Okay, now let's go back our filter, get all domains. Yeah, as always, we forget add this method to our interface. Okay, get all domains by controller name, perfect. Now we got controller domains in our hands now. Let's continue. By the way, I'm gonna put this one to remove warning. I'm gonna add a counter. Okay, the default value is going to be 0. Perfect. And I'm going to add, I'm going to check the person is authenticated or not. First of all, is authenticated. I'm gonna tell you what is that counter first. Let's leave it for a second. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to tell you what is the logic behind that. Okay. First of all, let's check the person if it's authenticated or not. Context dot http context user identity is authenticated. Okay. If it's not authenticated, let's add a logic. We already get the domains related to controller name. Now I'm going to create a logic. Let me show you on my board. Okay, so there is two options. Okay, first authenticated and the second one not authenticated, which is public pages. Public pages. Okay. So the person, if it's not authenticated, all right, so if you remember, I add another role to my role list as a public. I'm going to check the attribute, the controller. The controller, if has a public role, then it will be accessible. Public check. But if it's authenticated, we're going to check domain roles. Actually, except public. Okay, let's continue to create our logic. Okay, let me see, just a second. Okay, let me fix this. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put an if block, controller domains, any, controller name, not controller name, actually role name, role name equal public is okay. But now I'm going to use the reverse one if it's not have any public and if it's not authenticated, so it means you need to authenticate first. Context result new redirect to action result login authenticate, and let's send an error message as well. Error, please authenticate first. Authenticate first. All right. If the person is authenticated, then all we need to do is add another logic for each domain in controller's domain has permission. Okay, I'm going to user claims now. Context.http context dot user is in role. I'm gonna check the user role. Okay, so we have controller domains in our hands, so I'm gonna scan each domains. Domains means role of controller. I mean, so if a controller has admin and members, just two domain, so I'm going to check for admin for that user. I'm going to check member for that user. This is basically what I'm doing here now. Okay, domain dot role name, or if it's public, they can reach again. Public. Right? So if has permission, I'm gonna add +1 to my counter. Permission counter plus plus. Perfect. Let's go outside. Actually, I'm still in is authenticated section. If permission counter, okay, smaller than equal 0, then we got a problem again. So I'm going to use this one more time. Actually, I don't need to use it. This time I need to use access denied. because the person is already authenticated. We don't need them to log in again. They already authenticated. The problem is they don't have any access. So let's say context.result new forbid result. This is all I need to do. Let's save it. It seems everything alright. Let's close everything. Okay, let's make a try. I'm gonna choose one of my controllers. Let's select product, or let's use product. It's already authorized for member and admin. Now you can see how can it be flexible right now. Okay, what was our dynamic authorization, right? This one. Okay, all we need to do is add our authorization attribute which we created here. Let's build the solution. I'm just waiting. Alright, let's run the application and we will add our logic on product controller. I'm a little bit excited. It is really good logic for in this level. So we're logged in. Okay, normally product controller. Let's see the results. Do we have any error? So what's happening? I couldn't see anything. Alright, do we have an error here? No, nothing. What happened? Let's run the application one more time. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Okay, let's log out first. Log in. Actually, did I? Let me think for a second. Solution Explorer. Where is my filter? Okay, let's put it here. Let's go products. It seems there is a problem here. We're going to get an error message at the end of, I guess. I found the error. Let me go back my filter, so attributes. If you see that filter, I type attribute. This is the previous one, and it caused the Stack Overflow error messages. It must be the filter, and now it will be work. Okay, let's run application again and let's see if it's working. Let's log in first because I'm gonna give permission controller list. I add public. Let's delete it first. We are authenticated, right? Okay, let's add an admin. So and I'm gonna check my role. My role is just a second, user list. Okay, my role is admin, so I don't have any member. So let's try to enter products. As you can see, I'm able to use products. Let's go controller list, and now I'm going to delete admin and I'm going to add members. So product controller has member access. Now I have admin. Let's try it. Access denied. As you can see, I'm able to change every detail about authorization in my project. Okay, let's go controller list, domain list. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna add public. If it's public, I'm able to see the products even if I authenticate it, as you can see here. Let's log out. I don't have any authentication right now. I don't have any cookie. Let's click products. I'm able to log in because this is public. Perfect, it is working. Now you can do everything according to your um, project. For example, let's put admin, go back. Authenticate is public, right? Let's make it public. Go back. Authenticated is both admin and member. Go back. Category is admin and member. You can add everything according to your project, okay? We have a couple of problems right now. Let me show you. If I would like to add another admin, I can add it. We have to prevent this. I'm deleting this right now. Okay, let's log out. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give this you as a homework. You already know what I did before. I'm gonna show you the way, but I want you to do on your own to push your limits much more. Okay, let's save everything. And while I was looking my project, I saw some missing parts. Let's finalize them, and some of them I will give you as a homework, guys. Let me open my notes to see it. Okay, so previous lesson, one of previous lesson, actually I don't know which one is that. We configured our parameter check filter, but I forget to add our admin, user, and user role check section. Now I'm going to add those for you. Let's start with the admin controller. Okay, we need to add our service filter for, I guess, remove user. Just a second. I need to check that one to not to make any wrong thing. Okay, I'm gonna add this service filter to make a parameter check, and I'm going to let me check another again, another service filter for authenticated for, I guess, edit section, edit user, user update, user update, right? Perfect. And we don't need for logout. Okay. Anything else? Category dashboard exception, product, role and user role. Yeah, user role. I was planning to add on our previous lesson. I'm forgetting all the times. Okay, in the section, so probably I need for this one, do not forget to change your parameters. This is user role. User role update view model. Update view model. This is the user role. We are in user role, right? Let me think for a second. Actually, this is add user role. We're not using for add methods, just for remove. Let's come for roles. Okay, I'm gonna add for delete role update view model, and for post method, yeah, and for get method user, yeah, let's just copy from here. What is the problem here? Yeah, let me see quickly if it's everything correct. Seems okay. All right, and I'm leaving you to add parameter filter for what we done domain and where is controller name. Okay, I'm leaving these two for you guys. I'm not gonna do for filters. And as I show you, we need to add a logic to prevent same role to controller, to add prevent same role to controller. Okay, you can choose two way. One of them is you can create a service method and you can check if it's already added. You can skip it, or you can add a filter before you adding this your role to your controller. You can check your filter, you can check your parameters. If you edit, you can send an error message. Okay, you can throw an exception, you can send an error message, you can add those to your model state as well. Okay, I'm just leaving you. You can use using services, or you can use using filter to prevent adding same role to your controller. Okay, I left it for you guys. Another thing I would like to show you, I shouldn't, actually I couldn't add the validations for all my controllers. Now I'm going to create folders for you. I'm gonna leave it to add validations to complete this project. Okay, okay, let's start. Oh, let's open my controllers. All right. Actually, I have a list here. Let me check here. Okay, the name is domain validation. I'm gonna copy the validation. Okay, and the other one is login validation. The other one is register validation. Yep, role validation. User role validation. Anything else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It must be another one. Register role. Did I add user role? Yeah. And user validation. Yeah. Okay, I'm leaving adding this validation to you as well. I already show you how we are adding our validations. All right. Anything else? Let me see here. Okay, let's run the application one more time. Seems okay. This is public. Perfect. All right, guys. And also do not forget add your old not you, sorry. Where is my product? Okay, dynamic authorization. I'm gonna add for you. Okay, I'm gonna delete. I'm not gonna use this anymore. Authenticate. But before using this one, do not forget to add your admin member, whatever you need, because you won't able to log in. Okay, I'm gonna control Z. I'm not gonna edit. I'm gonna leave it for you. Okay, I'm gonna leave it just for a second. Now I'm going to finish this lesson here, but I'm going to fix these attributes and my SQL data, and I'm going to push all the data to my remote repository, and do not forget your homeworks. Hopefully you will understand everything and you will fix these problems, and you're going to finalize this project with me. I'm going to finish lesson here. I'm going to finish this playlist here, guys. Thank you for watching my videos. Next playlist will be about an API. I know you are waiting API projects much more eagerly than MVC one. Hopefully I'm going to create next video for tomorrow, and you will be able to watch my first API video. Hopefully take care of yourself. See you on next lesson. Bye bye.